Today, I'm going to show you a really cool experiment where you can make your own convection using a pie pan. For this experiment, you will need a few items. First, you will need an aluminum pie pan. Next, you'll need a cup of water. So this is about 12 ounces of water. Really, all you're going to need is enough to fill your pie pan about halfway full. Next, I have some water-based food color. You can use different colors. Today I'm just going to use red or blue so it's easier to see on the camera. A fourth item you'll need is pearlized hand soap or shampoo. Today I'm going to be using this whitish color hand soap, that way I can see the coloring a lot better. And the final item you're going to need is a heat source. So there's several types of heat sources you could use. If you have a hot plate, feel free to use that. You can use your hand if you really need to, a cup filled with hot water, or an electric skillet like I'm using today. So the first thing you're going to be doing is taking your water and pouring it into your pan. Remember, you only want to fill your pan about halfway. Set that aside. Next, you're going to take your soap. So as I said earlier, I'm going to be using a white pearlized hand soap. And you're going to want to put about 2 tablespoons of soap into your water. This will be about 3 to 5 squirts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Once your soap is in, you're going to use your finger and stir it around just a little bit. You're going to want to be very gentle as you mix this, because you want to try to prevent bubbles. But you also want to eliminate the clumps. So stir it until it's well mixed. And this may take a few minutes to do and get it done gently. So once you have your soap and your water mixed together, you're going to want to add some food coloring. And this will be just a few drops. Now take your finger again and mix the food coloring in. So this is going to be your base color for the water. Okay, so now it's all mixed. What we're going to do is we're going to put this gently on our unheated heat source. So I have my skillet. It is turned off. Be careful not to spill it. What you're going to do is let this sit until the water becomes still. If you have a lot of bubbles in there, you're also going to want to let those kind of burst. This could take a few minutes. So while this is going on, if you're using a mug, this would be a great time to go fill it with water and pop it in the microwave and let that water get warm. So it looks like our water is ready to go. So what I'm going to do is turn my electric skillet onto a low setting, and we're going to see what happens. Now, as this experiment goes on, what you're witnessing is the water is being warmed up from the heat source. It's going to be moving through the aluminum pan and then heating up that bottom layer of water first. This is going to be through a process of convection. So to better see what's going on, what you may want to do is add a few drops of another color, food color, along the edge of your pan. So I'm going to use blue for this. So I'm going to add it in a couple of places just to kind of see what's going on. And what I can see so far is my water, the blue has sunk down towards the bottom and it is spreading out along. These are going to be called your convection currents, where your different water masses, the hot and the cold, are going to be traveling along. So as this heats up, you may hear it starting to simmer, you may see some smoke. That's perfectly normal. Your water is heating. The importance of using a low heat setting is so that your water does not become too hot to where you lose the pearly color in your soap. Because when you lose that, your soap becomes clear and it can be more difficult to see. Luckily, the food coloring will help. So now we're noticing it start to spin around, form that convection, and you're going to start to see it bubbling up, because what's happening is that warmer bottom layer is rising to the surface, similar to how our warmer air at our surface rises up in the atmosphere to the top of the troposphere, which is the bottom layer in the lowest part of our atmosphere. And that's going to be along the tropopause. So is the equivalent of our water surface. So you're going to start to notice it bubble up along the top, and that's going to allow you to see the convection, the storms that are developing. And as it heats up, it is going to start to sink back down as it cools, and then that cycle will repeat again. If you want to see it a little bit different, feel free to add more colors, and you can kind of experiment and see what you can find out. Another really cool thing you can do with this experiment, and I would recommend wearing goggles, is to blow along the top. This would be the equivalent of a storm front coming through, and you can see how that changes where your convection develops. And if you want to repeat this experiment, just set your pie pan off to the side, let your heat source cool, and you can start again. So, hope you enjoyed this experiment. Give it a shot and let us know how you like it.